During my 20 plus years at CRGroup, I have had the freedom to learn anything and everything I wanted related to technology. I had the chance to work with many clients to explore solutions for the challenges they faced, to troubleshoot the problems they had, and also to showcase our products to them. I had the opportunity to travel to many conferences and trade shows, and also to see our out-of-town clients. Some of these travels have been memorable too. I remember being stranded with John at the Pittsburgh airport for 2 days when the airport shut down after like 5 inches of snow. I also remember driving back from Toronto again with John through a very bad freezing rain. All in all, my journey at CRGroup has been exciting in every aspect. I also had the pleasure to work with a very competent team, my colleagues, and of course Vijay, who have been with me on this journey. The team that works together and thrives on challenges. I'm confident that the entire team will continue to work together on this path, the path to both personal growth and success and the growth of the organization. Cheers.
This is very tough because I've had a lot of great memories over the last 11 years at CRG, a ton of great anecdotes. One that comes to mind is at the beginning of COVID when everyone started with video chat and all the filters. Vijay was just blown away by this one client whose cat walked into the room and jumped on his head. And we had to tell Vijay that was the filter. So that was a lot of fun. I remember one time we ordered 500 stress balls and the box broke and there were balls everywhere, and instead of picking them up like adults should, the whole team continued to have a giant ball fight, and I'm pretty sure my cornea is still scratched from that, and that was a lot of fun. I also love telling people about our annual Pie in the Face fundraiser. I think for a small group of people, the amount of money we've raised for some great causes is truly spectacular, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really sad we haven't been able to do it for the last 2 years, but I think that is a tradition that will come back, and I'm not sure what it says about us that we love to put pie in our coworkers' face, but let's just say it's good. I think, being in marketing, I've been able to work with almost everybody at this company on one project or another, and I have to say that everybody is just truly spectacular. And the fact that everybody's just so bad at PowerPoint means that everything that I do just looks great. So thank you for that. One other story that does come to mind and that perfectly embodies CRG is when I first started and we were responding to an RFP, we needed some really official corporate documents like a disaster recovery policy and, a data breach policy. And I asked Anant, and he just said, yeah, go ahead, do it. I'll just sign off on it. And I remember thinking, like, me, really? I should be doing that? That doesn't sound like something I should be doing. But I did it, and he signed off on it, and we still use those documents today. So he obviously put a lot of trust in me. Since then, John, Vijay, and Anant have continued to put a lot of trust in me, and I'm truly honored by that. I think that that's one of the best things about CRG is everybody's trusted. Everybody is so competent, and the projects that we tackle and the way we think is just so progressive that it makes every day refreshing. And I've been here 11 years. I've loved every single day of my job. I still do. And I've never had a boring day. And that's because things are always changing. Everybody is so good at what they do, and it makes work very satisfying. So I wish, everybody had cats on their head every day. I think that would make things even more exciting. But just thank you to everybody, and thank you, Vijay, for creating such a wonderful company and legacy.
Hello everyone. Happy 35th CRG anniversary. Thanks to Vijay for leading us successfully through this amazing journey. When I was asked to do this video, I thought about funny incidents took place during my last 21 years at CRG. I think two of them stand out and I would like to share with you. Both are my client visits with my colleagues. The first one was with Shane. Shane, who used to work with us, very jovial, funny person, never takes anything serious. So we're supposed to go to New York to visit a client. That was my first trip to US. I was excited and bit tense as well. So supposed to meet at airport early hours flight. Shane showed up just in time, maybe 30 minutes before the flight. We went to the first checkpoint of the immigration where I started looking into his bag. I asked Shane, what are you looking for? He said, Prasad, I think I forgot my passport. He went to the officer and then requested him if he could travel with his driving license, saying how important the meeting in New York was. The officer said, good try, but no. Shane immediately scribbled something on a piece of paper, gave it to me and said, hey, this is the client address, you go ahead, I will join you. Later I will try to catch up the next flight. A bit tense journey. Yeah, finally I managed to find a shuttle at New York airport to go and see the client. I think Shane joined me that late afternoon and checked, hey buddy, how is it doing? I said, yeah, you finally made it. He said, yeah, in time. Let me drive you to Manhattan to show you the New York nightlife. That's kind of funny. The second one was a local client visit. That was with John. So John was driving. I'm sitting next to him. All of a sudden I felt tense and said, John, what are you doing? He looked at me, smiled, said, oh my God, Prasad, you're rich. I didn't tell you what he was doing. He was texting while driving. That's kind of funny. Yeah. I was not rich, as John said, but my wife would have if he didn't stop texting. Okay, enjoy the rest of the evening, folks. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going back to when I started my career with CRG. That was more than 25 years ago now. At that time, I was just finishing school and had a part-time job as an administrator of an IT Professionals Association in Ottawa. One of the board members at the time knew I was looking for a job and asked me if I wanted to come do some admin work for CRG while I was job searching. So obviously I did, and at first I was literally stuffing envelopes. This was, I think, considered CRG marketing at the time. So I was busy with these marketing tasks when occasionally this man would come into the office and meet with the team. And by team, I mean a group of 6 guys in this small office in downtown Ottawa on Queen Street. Anat and Doug, I'm sure will remember that. Anyways, I was just filling time and looking for a job and wasn't really paying too much attention to this man that was coming and going in the office. But one day I did ask someone, obviously, who this was, and they told me it was Vijay Jog, the owner of the company. So clearly I never found another job. And I stayed, but to this day, I don't think I have received a formal job offer from Vijay. But seriously, it became clear that this was where I belonged. Vijay and that small team started including me, and it was obvious that this was a company to grow with. It is really the incredible people that made CRG the place to stay. So thank you to Vijay and the amazing group of people I've had the privilege of working with over the years. You made my CRG career journey so special right from that silly start.